Hello and welcome to Dateline Northeast, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's Northeast region. I'm your host Skyrim, and here are the top stories of today's program. IAF delivers medical supplies equipment to northeastern states. First COVID-19 patients of Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh cured, discharged from hospital. And Sikkim announces guidelines for ongoing lockdown. As the northeastern states continue to fight the COVID-19 pandemic, the Indian Air Force has undertaken transportation of medical supplies including PPE, testing kits, sanitization material and other equipment by air. Here's a glimpse of some of the support work being carried out by IAF.
As the nation takes big strides in its fight to contain and defeat the contagion, the Indian Air Force continues to extend its support to the Northeast region against the novel coronavirus. For the past 2 weeks, the IAF has flown to many parts of the country, including the Northeast region, to carry out almost 40 tons of essential items by using the latest American C-17 Globemaster, C-130J Super Hercules, and Russian Il-76MD Special Tactical Military Transport aircraft. Medical equipment for setting up Biosafety Level 3 in Woking Hospital in Kohima was delivered at Dimapur Airport on 16th of April. The state will now have its lab for testing COVID-19. The consignment weighing 18 tons was brought from Mumbai in a special flight of the Indian Air Force C-17 Globemaster. Il-76 aircraft carrying about 14 tons of medical supplies including PPE, hand sanitizers, triple-layer mask, N95 and sodium hypochlorite was the first consignment landed at Bir Tikendrajit International Airport in Imphal on 4th of April. And the second consignment of the medical supplies was delivered on 6th of April.
First we dropped some medical equipment from Kolkata to Agartala and then finally to Imphal. Now we are going back to Delhi. Now I think these two cities have got enough medical supply.
The essential supplies were also delivered to the states of Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh and Tripura. The Airports Authority of India is also taking several measures of social distancing, demarcation of three-seaters, ground marking at check-in counters across the Northeast region to fight the pandemic. The airport workplaces are also being thoroughly sanitized by the National Disaster Response Force team. Lokpriya Gopinath Bordoloi International Airport has ensured all touch points and visitor areas are disinfected to start official duties with minimum employees. The state government expressed its gratitude towards the IAF, Defence Ministry and the Centre for extending continued support and cooperation to fight COVID-19 in the state.
As the country battles with pandemic COVID-19, the Northeast region breathes a sigh of relief. The region recorded fewer cases in comparison to most parts of the country and is also announcing recovery of the patients. A report.
After a 23-year-old woman from Manipur, who was the first positive coronavirus case in the entire northeastern region, was declared completely free of the deadly virus, another first COVID-19 positive patient of Tripura also recovered and was discharged from GB Hospital in Agartala. The medical officials reported that the discharged patient will be under observation in an institutional quarantine at Udaipur in southern Tripura.
First time patient has been released. For consecutive 3 times she has been tested and she turns negative. Now she will be put under institutional quarantine and she will be kept for another 14 days.
The state's first COVID-19 patient is currently a Tripura State Rifles troopers from Madhya Pradesh. Health officials and doctors applauded the patient as she recovered after 10 days of treatment at the GB hospital and got discharged after testing negative 3 consecutive times.
Patient condition is stable. For consecutive 2 tests it comes negative. So as per protocol she is now eligible for discharge.
Arunachal Pradesh reported its first confirmed coronavirus case on April 2nd after a 31-year-old who attended the Tablighi Jamaat, the congregation at Nizamuddin Markaz, was tested positive for the virus. Recently, the patient of Arunachal Pradesh has also been discharged from the hospital. State Chief Minister Prema Khandu took to Twitter and announced the lone positive person has been labelled virus-free. Whereas Guwahati's first COVID-19 patient, Manish Tibrewal, a resident of Spanish Garden, was discharged from Guwahati Medical College and Hospital on 19th of April.
मेरे को बहुत सपोर्ट मिला हॉस्पिटल के सारे डॉक्टर, नर्स और स्टाफ से। जब भी आते बहुत प्रेम से पूछते, हालचाल पूछते और उसी में जो भी पीड़ा थी दूर हो जाती है। और सरकार ने जो भी व्यवस्था की है मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ। ऐसी व्यवस्था मैंने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं की थी। मेरे एक्सपेक्टेशन से बहुत ज़्यादा सपोर्ट मिला मेरे को।
In Manipur, the second COVID-19, a 65-year-old patient, was found to have contracted the disease following his return from the Tablighi Jamaat event in Delhi's Nizamuddin, who is undergoing treatment at RIMS, Imphal, has reported negative of novel coronavirus disease. As per reports, the entire northeast region, excluding Sikkim, reported 52 COVID-19 positives till 20th April. Assam topped the list with 35 cases, followed by Meghalaya with 11 positive cases.
Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh recently assessed safety measures program for all age homes in the state to curb the spread of the deadly coronavirus among the elderly who are most vulnerable of catching an infection. A report. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh recently visited all-age homes at Khongban Nongthong Bamlekai in Imphal East and Mongshangai in Imphal West District to ensure proper safety of the elderlies who are at the highest risk of being infected with the deadly coronavirus. Singh interacted with the inmates and presented ration items, hand sanitizers, masks and other essential goods. Immunity-boosting medicines were also distributed among the elderlies. The Chief Minister also urged the people to wear masks, to maintain social distancing and to use hand sanitizers. On April 14, a 24-year-old nurse from Manipur working in a private hospital in the national capital was tested positive. In the video shared on social media, the infected nurse was seen being taken away in an ambulance from her residence at Chaupal Kishangarh near Vasant Kunj. But after a couple of tests, the nurse tested negative for COVID-19 and was discharged from the hospital. The nurse was praised for her contribution to fight the pandemic and was given a warm welcome by her locality. The Chief Minister also took to Twitter and applauded the locality for showing encouragement and support to the nurse.
ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ cohesive relation ꯑꯃꯗ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ABPP ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯉꯤ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ My Home India ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯎꯅ North Eastꯀꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯈꯣꯠꯂꯤꯕ ꯍꯥꯟꯅꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯈꯔ ꯊꯣꯛꯑꯝꯕꯗꯨ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ almost ꯍꯟꯊꯔꯛꯑꯦ.
Chief Minister thanked the people and the media for extending cooperation to the government in tackling the spread of COVID-19 in the state and said the state no longer has any COVID-19 positive case as the second patient who was undergoing treatment at a hospital in Imphal tested negative for the disease. Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently. Over 50 houses were damaged by heavy rains and hailstorms in several villages and localities within Aizawl East. The official of the State Disaster Management and Rehabilitation Department said about 35 houses were completely damaged and another 148 partially damaged in Aizawl, Saitul and Mamit districts. A 4-month-old infant died when a tree fell and hit a house. Several parts of Nagaland witnessed heavy downpour and hailstorm. In Kefire district, heavy hailstones with strong winds damaged properties and crops. Dimapur, Salome, Wongti, New Wongti, Penkim and other parts of Pungro town and the Kefire district were affected. However, there were no reports of any casualty. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma reported a fresh coronavirus positive case, taking the state's count to 12 as on April 22. The fresh case is one of the family friends of the first COVID-19 patient. He further added the new COVID-19 patient is now in a quarantine facility. The first COVID-19 positive patient of the state, a 69-year-old senior doctor of a Shillong-based hospital, died on April 15, while 6 members of his family, including his wife, tested positive for the disease. Dr. John Silo was the founder of Bethany Hospital. The Assam Rifles, in conjunction with civil administration, distributed free ration and reusable masks made by Jawans of Assam Rifles in West Tripura district. The masks and rations were distributed to Anvesha Orphanage and Sri Ma Roti Foundation. The distribution of masks and ration was undertaken under the aegis of 21 Sector Assam Rifles as part of the Operation Namaste to assist the locals and children in combating COVID-19 pandemic. Water scarcity for the last 2 months in most parts of Imphal has created a huge concern among the citizens. Almost all the river beds of Imphal River are dried up, due to which the Public Health Engineering Department of Manipur could not pump out the existing water. Due to the prevailing COVID-19 scenario, water supply plants and the Fed have come to a halt, hence resisting the private water tankers from further supplying water to the consumers. Vegetables wholesalers at Murkripati in Dimapur incurred heavy loss as vegetables and fruits in stock were rotten inside stores due to COVID-19 lockdown. Dimapur Municipal Council recently cleared the putrid vegetables worth several thousands of rupees. Murkripati area, which is in close vicinity with Marwaripati, where the first case of COVID-19 occurred, serves as the main suppliers of fruit and vegetables in Dimapur. The Dimapur District Administration has ordered to shift the wholesale market to supermarket area. To engage, empower and mainstream ex-women insurgent cadres of Darang District, Union of Indian Army engaged the destitute ex-cadres in making face masks. The dual benefit of the project assured decent livelihood for the women, even in the testing lockdown period, while at the same time strengthening the response to fight against COVID-19 by making affordable face masks locally. So far, Sikkim is the only state in the country without a single positive case of COVID-19. Recently, S.C. Gupta, Chief Secretary of Sikkim, briefed about the new guidelines for the ongoing lockdown. A report.
The Sikkim government has adopted relevant revised central government guidelines for the second phase of lockdown till May 3rd. Sikkim, which shares the border with China, is the only state in the country without any recorded COVID-19 positive case. Early preparedness and discipline have paid off in keeping the virus at bay. According to reports, the individual screening began in early January.
We have seen this situation in Sikkim also. We are very lucky with the cooperation of everybody. We have been able to handle the situation much better than many other states.
P.S. Tamang, Chief Minister of Sikkim, said his government will continue to provide necessary support and encouragement to the media fraternity in the state. On similar lines, the financial incentive is being provided to journalists from print, electronic, social and digital media working on the forefront during the ongoing COVID-19 crisis. The Chief Minister presented the cheque to the Press Club of Sikkim President Joseph Lepcha in the presence of Secretary to IPR Department, Namrata Thapa, and members of the Press Club of Sikkim.
जैसा लेबर कंस्ट्रक्शन लेबर है कंट्रैक्टर का लेबर है उसको हम थोड़ा रिलैक्सेशन देगा और जो भी छोटा मोटा जो जितना भी इंडस्ट्री है जैसा जिन प्रकार से अभी फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री अभी चल रहा है अभी उसी प्रकार से हमारे जो डिस्टिलरीज है बेवरेज इंडस्ट्री है छोटा मोटा है उनको यहाँ का लेबर जो अवेलेबल लेबर को लगा के उनको हम चलाने अनुमति देंगे.
Rapid action in the face of coronavirus outbreak is one of the reasons for this success. On March 2nd, the administration stopped issuing permits for traders at Nathula.
सरकार का तरफ से चावल दाल और आलू और नमक और तेल और मिल रहा है हमको ये भी एक खुश लग रहा है
Chief Minister P.S. Tamang held a meeting with owners of hotels, homestays and lodges and set March 17 the deadline for all tourists to leave the state. On March 17, Tamang issued a directive that entry of tourists would remain barred till April 15 and all educational institutes and public places would also remain closed.
What is prohibited and not allowed is public transport. So buses and taxis won't ply. Inter-district and interstate movement of people. So within Sikkim also, movement is not allowed, is prohibited.
Sikkim has overcome these challenges to remain free from COVID-19 and the state government hopes to maintain this record. Acting fast to contain the spread in the state, officials began shutting down the state from the world at large weeks before the centre imposed the nationwide lockdown from March 25th.
Moving on to Tripura, a migrant vendor couple from Rajasthan who got stranded in Tripura after the coronavirus nationwide lockdown became parents of a baby boy and they named him Lockdown. A newborn in Tripura's capital Agartala has been named Lockdown by a stranded Rajasthani couple. The couple, which hails from the Alwar district of the desert state, work as labourers in the city and has named the child after the ongoing and the most important event of the current times, the nationwide lockdown. The mother of the child, who comes to the city every 3 months to sell plastic wares with her husband, says the lockdown has had an impact on their lives and hence the name.
ये हुआ था बाबू 13 तारीख का इसका नाम रखा कोई लोग ऐसे बोल रहा था कि बहुत मुसीबत में हुआ ऐसे नहीं हुआ हॉस्पिटल में हुआ इसका नाम रखो लॉकडाउन इसलिए इसका नाम रखा था हमने लॉकडाउन.
Initially, the family started staying at the roadside of Agartala railway station, but the Agartala Municipal Corporation, along with the local business community of Rajasthan in Agartala, shifted them to Bhadarghat High School. A week back, when Manju started having labor pain, she was immediately rushed to the nearest IGM hospital with the help of a health worker who worked in Asha Hospital.
इधर का सरकार दे रहा खूब दे रहा है इसको खाने का पीने का बच्चे के लिए सब त्याग कर रहा है बल थोड़ा मेरे पास हम 12-13 आदमी हैं ये थोड़ा मदद करो सर जी हमको थोड़ा गांव भेजने के लिए ट्रेन चलेगा जब तो मेरे पास कुछ किराया भाड़ा के लिए कुछ पैसा नहीं पड़ेगा बाबूजी थोड़ा बहुत मदद करो हमको भी गांव जाने के लिए इधर से.
The parents of the newborn say they are thankful to the state authorities for providing them with essential like ration, baby food, medical help and more. The family is now very eager to return to the native place when the nationwide lockdown ends. With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at AnyIndia_ANI. Like and subscribe Roving YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Karim signing off. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and take care.